Hi, good morning. Assalamu alaikum. Today we discuss entities in relationship. Can you explain the concept of entities in relationship?
Yes, sir. Jazakallah. The entities and relationship model defines the conceptual view of a database. It works around real-world entities and the associations among them. At view level, the entities and relationship model is considered a good option for designing databases.
Very good. Let me explain entity. An entity can be a real-world object, either animate or inanimate, that can be easily identifiable. For example, in a school database, students, teachers, classes, and courses offered can be considered as entities. All these entities have some attributes or properties that give them their identity. An entity set is a collection of similar types of entities. An entity set may contain entities with attributes sharing similar values. For example, a student's set may contain all the students of a school. Likewise, a teacher's set may contain all the teachers of a school from all faculties. Entity sets need not be disjoint. Can you explain the concept of attributes?
Yes, sir. Jazakallah. Attributes. Entities are represented by means of their properties, called attributes. All attributes have values. For example, a student entity may have name, class, and age as attributes. There exists a domain or range of values that can be assigned to attributes. For example, a student's name cannot be a numeric value. It is to be alphabetic. A student's age cannot be negative, etc.
Wow, great. Let me explain the types of attributes. Simple attribute. Simple attributes are atomic values, which cannot be divided further. For example, a student's phone number is an atomic value of 10 digits. Composite attribute. Composite attributes are made of more than one simple attribute. For example, a student's complete name may have first name and last name. Derived attribute. Derived attributes are the attributes that do not exist in the physical database, but their values are derived from other attributes present in the database. For example, average_salary in a department should not be saved directly in the database, instead it can be derived. For another example, age can be derived from data of birth. Single value attribute. Single value attributes contain single value. For example, social security number. Multi-value attribute. Multi-value attributes may contain more than one values. For example, a person can have more than one phone number, email, address, etc. These attribute types can come together in a way like simple single-valued attributes. Simple multi-valued attributes. Composite single-valued attributes. Composite multi-valued attributes. Can you explain entity, set, and keys?
Yes, sir. Jazakallah. Entity set and keys. Key is an attribute or collection of attributes that uniquely identifies an entity among entity set. For example, the roll number of a student makes him / or identifiable among students. Super key. A set of attributes, one or more, that collectively identifies an entity in an entity set. Candidate key. A minimal super key is called a candidate key. An entity set may have more than one candidate key. Primary key. A primary key is one of the candidate keys chosen by the database designer to uniquely identify the entity set.
So the term relationship. The association among entities is called a relationship. For example, an employee works at a department, a student enrolls in a course. Here, works at and enrolls are called relationships. Relationship set. A set of relationships of similar type is called a relationship set. Like entities, a relationship too can have attributes. These attributes are called descriptive attributes. Degree of relationship. The number of participating entities in a relationship defines the degree of the relationship. Binary equals degree. 2. Ternary equals degree. 3. N-ary equals degree.
Respected sir, there is different types of mapping cardinalities. Cardinality defines the number of entities in one entity set, which can be associated with the number of entities of other set via relationship set. 1-to-1. One entity from entity set A can be associated with at most one entity of entity set B and vice versa. 1-to-many. One entity from entity set A can be associated with more than one entities of entity set B. However, an entity from entity set B can be associated with at most one entity. Many-to-one. More than one entities from entity set A can be associated with at most one entity of entity set B. However, an entity from entity set B can be associated with more than one entity from entity set A. Many to many. One entity from A can be associated with more than one entity from B and vice versa.
Wow, great information of the concept ER model in the database management system. Goodbye. God bless you all.